This one's gonna look a little fucked up, but you'll be okay. It's called the Jefferson Curl. Essentially what I want you to do is all the shit we tell you not to do with your back, slowly, and then add load to it. So let's just see what it looks like first without anything. You're gonna start at the top. You can use a kettlebell, you can use dumbbells, you can use a barbell. Hands are out in front. Think about your spine and each vertebrae as a segment. And I want you to go into flexion slowly, one vertebrae at a time. So let's start at the chin. Chin goes down, neck flexes into the T-spine as I flex my quads to keep my legs totally straight. And I'm just gonna roll down, one vertebrae at a time, all the way down, as far as I can. And same idea coming up. I'm gonna feel my spine from the bottom up. Lumbar first, one vertebrae at a time, up into my mid-thoracic, extending slowly, all the way up. Check me out. Kettlebell is a nice way to start because it kind of promotes the shoulders rolling forward and that kind of anterior flexion. So we'll start here at the neck, cervical vertebrae, lock the knees. And I'm not so much trying to send my hips back like I would in an RDL or stiff legged deadlift. Trying to keep my hips right over my knees, knees right over my toes. I'm coming all the way down. In the onset, I would start by hanging in this position and accumulate time. So maybe day one, you could do 3 sets of 30 seconds, and then maybe 3 sets of 45 seconds, and then maybe 3 sets of a minute, and then overload the weight for that. Once you can do 3 sets of a minute at a given weight, then you can add weight. After that's there for a couple weeks and you progress some load with isometric holds in the bottom, you can then progress to using that same resistance and doing sets and reps, exploring the range, focusing on one vertebrae at a time. It also may help to reverse your breathing. So let's say in this position, I have air in my lungs, and as I reach, exhale, in this lengthened position, inhale, work with my exhale to try to achieve more range. So a nice slow exhale, keeping my legs locked. You can see as I work with my breath, I can access more range. One more breath, slow inhale. Come up slow, one vertebrae at a time, all the way up. Here are some proxies for you guys to consider when going through this exercise. You shouldn't walk away from this with your back feeling more achy, more sore, and more distressed than when you started. You should walk away from this feeling better. And I would argue that proper weight selection and tempo is what's gonna prevent you from causing more damage as opposed to getting the stimulus out of this that we want. We want the back to feel good after that. So choose your weight carefully and progress very, very slowly, guys. Remember, in the onset, let's work towards a slow descent and accumulating time in the bottom. First, perhaps 30 seconds, which will translate to like, say, 5 or 6 breath cycles. Then progress to 45 seconds and then a minute. Again, going through those breath cycles, trying to achieve more range on the exhale each time. Once you can get a solid minute, pain-free and comfortable, with a controlled eccentric and a controlled concentric, then you can start doing, say, sets of 5. But again, it's a slow and controlled movement. It's essential to get the stimulus you want out of this to progress it, first by accumulating time in the lengthened position, and then you can start overloading weight and adding sets and reps. But very, very slow progressions, guys. This can be a very valuable exercise if done correctly. Jefferson Curls, enjoy.